as far as ministry is concerned, up north here, how do you see ministry? What are the challenges?
The challenges, one main challenge that ministers face is the economic challenge. Because I know a lot of ministers who said God had called them to the north, but could not stay. They came 1-2 years, they folded up and went back to the south because of the economic challenge. Even food has been a problem with most of them. Means of transport, another big challenge. Even bicycles, some people don't afford bicycles. Renting homes to stay in. So that have made life very difficult for them. People come to up from 20 pesos. People coming in with 20 pesos, 10 pesos. Take us now, people give offering 10 pesos, 20 pesos.
Yeah.
So a pastor, it will be difficult for a pastor to survive with that amount of money. And about tithe is one out of many who don't pay tithe. A lot of them don't pay tithe. They hear the message about tithing, but they don't. It's in church meetings. Majority don't pay tithe.
The challenge here is about Islam, the penetration of Islam, which is making people not to submit to the Lordship of Christ. We also have old Catholicism that people have stopped in their attending the Catholic Church, that they do not go to church, they've gone back into the world, that they go to Catholic faith, but they are not in. It's a big challenge. When we also share the word with them, most of them prefer to worship idols, but they will not acknowledge it. So when you come to this place, you only find women who try to go to church and their kids. And as soon as the kids grow, then they leave the church again and go back because of the idol worship. It's a big challenge. It's a big challenge. And in terms of distancing of communities, it's very far. So sometimes you find one house, you have to travel far distances to win people to the Lord. So sometimes transportation is really a very big challenge. Especially with pastors who are here not working and the financial situation is not good. It makes it difficult for them to move. So it's difficult to win the area for the Lord. So these are some of the challenges we have over here.
Okay, so what are some of the things that as ministers of God you need here?
It all boils down to support of the clergy here, because they need financial help actually, because the distances I just spoke about, before you get to the next village is too far. And people can walk, people can drive with bicycles, but they get tired, and so people need means of transport. The other side is people need places of worship. It's a big challenge because you gather the people and the trees, you worship, the numbers increase a little. People come to remove their wives and their kids because the places they get worship and the trees, all manner of things.
It's not well kept.
It's not well kept. Sometimes rain comes and then they have to stop. When it gets to August, people have to forgo fellowship and the rains are over. Then they start again. And the things that we can do is to help in the infrastructure of the churches here. That's the biggest challenge. And the other side is the need for training. For training, yes, because at least with maximum training, people can endure. Though, because we cannot solve this infrastructure issue within a day. But if there's more training, there's some little financial help and more training, I think people will be able to cope. Because sometimes they come and then they feel that they can do it, but they need some skills. And this training should not just be about maybe somebody alone coming from away to train, but at least local people to put into the training help share their experiences. Yeah. So these are some of the things we can have. That can help us.
There's a system that can pushing the men of God. Some system of maybe provision of their basic needs. And there's a system in place that provide that help provide their basic needs. Then you help them to their money to do the job. Even when it comes to the economic challenge, Upper West is even more west than than upper East. Upper West, predominantly apart from farming. Most of them don't engage in any economic activity. And the farming sometimes the food they get after the rainy season is not able to take them through the year for the new crop of food to come in. So now they have to fall on the church to buy them maize they can feed on till the new crop of food they harvest comes in. And some of the homes in Upper West, children go to senior high school. Parents don't have anything at all. Even if 1 cedi to buy soap, they don't have. The church has to buy the mattress. The church has to buy the hot boxes. The church has to show the responsibility of their basic needs that they will require at school. Then carry, shito, the church has to take a shoulder everything. And while they are every time they are in problem, they don't have for their parents, they tell them they won't shoulder news. Anytime they are in problem, the first thing is to call upon the church. So the church, money that the church is supposed to use to develop, maybe build the church, buy instruments, much of it now going to just supporting the basic need of the congregation. So that's Upper West. It's really a ground that is a big challenge. So apart from Church of Pentecost that is able to survive, much of the churches are dying. Church of Pentecost and the Catholic. Half of Pentecost are charismatic, the other churches they don't survive. They don't survive at all. And you see most of them. So the worship centers that you can find in Upper West, they are just very few. If you leave, you come to Navrongo like this, most of the schools, churches there. But if you take the Upper West School, you move, the length of Upper West, you don't see one school with a church. So the villages you go, very village, no single church. That's another thing that we have always done in the Upper West School. Very big city communities, you can't find a single church there. So in fact, for the north, men of God cannot stay because of the economic conditions.
So that means here, the financial
difficulties is the problem.
Clothing, food,
and all that.
And what about food and clothing?
Yes, for food and clothing, I can tell you 100% is the best thing to do. Because usually it's because we are here. Otherwise, if we were in churches, we would have made it to see that people are there in church who just want started clothing and come. I mean, it doesn't look good. Some clothing are worn out, their sandals are worn out, and sometimes you have faded people wearing faded dresses. So in the church, it doesn't look pleasant. So clothing are very, very important. Sandals, anything that can help them appear nice is good. Because some of them actually witness and they tell you that I don't have clothing to come to church. So if those clothing are there, the pastor can keep them. If you win people that attend the first time, you can support them with that. But you the pastor, you don't have enough. You can't meet that. So I think it's a very big challenge. So what you people have been doing, bringing the clothing to them, is going to help. In fact, if we were sharing this clothing away, you would have seen the excitement with which people would have received them. So, yes, because it's not at a cost to them. and they will also receive it gladly because it's readily available. Unlike you, a pastor, you try to gather some few things, you can't gather enough. So
this is called Janania.
Janania in Navrongo. All right. Okay. Other things we brought, a few things we brought. How do you see them? How is it going to help them people? Morale, the people looking at the situation here.
You can see that they are very happy to see that, yes. Because sometimes when you are visiting some of the members and you are asking them why they couldn't come to church, some of them will say, oh, I don't have a shirt, I don't have sandals. And so these things that we have received, even tomorrow being Sunday, the attendance will be different. Because the issue of I don't have shirt, I don't have sandals, we will not experience it too much again. So as a matter of fact, it has come to help the whole church. Yes, exactly. Even some people who don't come to church today, you can see them. You can see that they are in church.
They are in church. Okay, we are not here, so we don't know about it.